Northern Nigeria in the 1970s was a bustling epicenter of regional commerce. Long before databases tracked every transaction, this area operated as a massive, entirely physical economy. This photograph captures the volume of the region's output. These are the groundnut pyramids, thousands of hand-stacked bags reaching several stories high, representing a network of 41 industrial oil mills scattered across the north. Among those facilities was the Gusau oil mill. By 1976, the operation was running at scale, crushing seeds and extracting oil under the ownership of General Aliyu Mohammed Gusau. However, in April 1976, Aliyu Gusau was appointed commander of the 9th Infantry Brigade in Abeokuta. He would remain stationed in the south for the next 2 years. This 800-kilometer gap between the mill in the north and the owner's military post in the southwest made him an absentee owner. He required a trusted, top-level executive on the ground to manage the facility. If you search through digitized public records for the identity of that executive, the trail disappears. There is no official mention of who actually ran the mill during this era. This absence illustrates how easily industrial details can slip through the gaps of a digital-first archive. A multi-million-dollar operation can exist in reality while leaving no trace in a search engine. The investigation starts with the Nigerian Corporate Affairs Commission. Finding the original founding documents should, in theory, provide a list of the directors and officers. But the timeline reveals a problem. While the mill was active in 1976, Gusau Oil Mill Limited wasn't formally registered as a corporate entity until September 17, 1981. This 5-year gap suggests the operations were conducted under informal, unrecorded arrangements that left no official paperwork to digitize decades later. Turning to international records, the World Bank funded the Gusau Agricultural Development Project with a $19 million loan starting in 1974. A review of the project's internal reports reveals the $19 million was strictly for low-cost roads and support for smallholder farmers. The project had no connection to the private management of the oil mill. These institutional search engines fail because they are designed to track formal digital footprints, leaving them blind to an era that functioned on physical, localized records. To find the missing manager, we first have to understand why the physical records themselves were not preserved. During the 1970s, the Nigerian petroleum boom shifted the nation's economic focus. Crude oil became the primary driver of the economy, displacing agricultural processing as the main focus of government documentation. As the oil industry grew, groundnut production plummeted from 1.95 million tons in 1974 to just 400,000 by 1983. Additionally, regional borders were redrawn 3 times, from northwestern to Sokoto and to Zamfara state, fragmenting the remaining archives. This combination of a dying industry and shifting state lines meant that the mill's original files were never systematically collected or digitized. The breakthrough came from a source outside the official record. The answer survived in a private family memoir titled The Executive Legacy of Robert Gordon Bissett. A grandson's account provided the missing detail. Robert Gordon Bissett, my grandfather, was a top business executive manager director there from 1970 to 1985. The shift toward oil and the reorganization of the state effectively erased a key industrial figure from the public record for nearly 40 years. The archival gap is now filled. While Aliyu Gusau served his military commission 800 kilometers away, Robert Gordon Bissett was the operational anchor, the man who managed the Gusau oil mill. This discovery contrasts the limits of algorithmic search against the depth of physical truth found in family archives. Bissett represents thousands of undocumented figures who built the agricultural backbone of West Africa. Their work was essential to the region's economy, even if their names were never entered into a modern database. This reveals the danger of the digital blind spot, the assumption that if a historical detail isn't available on a search engine, it never happened. Accurate history requires looking past the screen. To rescue the records of the past, we must often find the physical and familial legacies before they are lost to time.